What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Gray Media. Beyond the Gray Media out here in the heat, dude. It is so damn hot right now. I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm not gonna waste your time. Time is money, and nobody ever said that your time is not valuable. If I'm sweating, you're gonna want to get your news, get your shit, and get on to bed, right? Just give us the review, dude. I don't need to have this 30-long-minute, expose on when I feel like watching a horror film. I put on my little horror watching slippers, and I turn up the heat just a little bit, and I have a little bit of tea, and I turn up the no. You just want to get a good review, and you just want to go check out a movie and say, cool, yeah, that was for me, or no, I didn't like that. I'm not into that. Let's Scare Jessica to Death is that movie. It's a modest little obscure horror gem, unlike so many other films that rely on jump scares. Let's Scare Jessica to Death earns its bones by delving into the psychological aspects of fear, of mounting doom, of tension, of paranoia, exploring themes of mental health, isolation, and just how fragile the mind can really be. It creates dramatic tension. The scares are palpable. It's by being relatable. It's by being somewhat easy to digest, not like this review here. Guys, welcome back to Beyond the Gray Media. I'm so happy to have you here. Released in 1971, Let's Scare Jessica to Death has gained a dedicated following as more time passes by. It's a unique blend of horror and drama along with open-minded, ambiguous storytelling. It's solidified its place in cult film history, made on a hamster-sized budget of $250,000 and shot in just 26 days. This film has no business bringing this much dread to a PG horror film. Parental guidance suggested. Parental guidance. PG. Okay, you know how much I love the genre in films categorized before PG-13 was ever introduced. Think of films like Burnt Offerings, okay? Films like Tourist Trap, Legend of Hell House, Invasions of the Body Snatchers, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, Swamp Thing, Gremlins, Poltergeist, The Gate, PG... Oh, what was that we just did? Bear Pig, Prophecy, dude. Okay, PG was... It would fuck around, man. PG would fuck around and you would find out just how intense PG could be back in the 70s, dude. What this film does right, it has the right actors trying to sell some of the best gaslighting of all time. We get Elizabeth Bauer as Jessica. She captures her descent of madness by being vulnerable, by being likable, and by adding a certain amount of depth. And so what is this film about, really? It's a film that constantly blurs the lines between what's real and what's imagined. It really keeps you on your toes as a viewer, man. The ambiguity never really lets you get comfortable. Right from the jump, Jessica's picking up the pieces of her shattered mental health as she's moved out to the country. Day one, it's occupied by an extremely likable and weird, kind of threatening hippie Emily who just kind of comes with the house. Hey, you having a hard time rebuilding your fragile ego and psyche? How about your marriage? Don't worry, honey. She's just staying with us for a while. If you think this video and the plot is vague, let me hit you with the basic plot. Let's Scare Jessica to Death follows Jessica after she's recently released from a psychiatric institution after a nervous breakdown. She moves with her husband Duncan and their friend Woody to a remote farmhouse in rural Connecticut. Still following me? Hoping for a peaceful new start, Jessica comes out there. Jessica begins experiencing strange visions, unsettling whispers, things that go bump in the night, things she's afraid to share with the group for fear of being institutionalized again. And that's really where this film makes its money, okay? Jessica, the woman, she acts her ass off, dude. She is so damn believable in this film. They discover a mysterious woman named Emily. She's squatting in the house. Rather than turning her away, they invite her to stay. Emily is charming. She's enigmatic and possibly dangerous. Jessica becomes increasingly paranoid, especially as Emily seems to seduce both Duncan and Woody. Is she having an affair? Is this going on? Yes, all of these things are happening right under her nose. As things pick up speed, the horror unfolds. Jessica sees a corpse in the lake. She hears voices. She's stalked by a mute girl in white. She learns of the local legend of a woman named Abigail Bishop who drowned in the lake and is rumored to be a vampire. The line between hallucination and reality dissolves. Jessica is left questioning what's real and what's a product of her fragile mind. This film fucks. So what are we talking about here? Vengeful spirits, communicating with the dead through seances, ghostly apparitions, strange graveside attractions, drownings. It's perfectly set up to be one of my favorite films. So much Rosemary's Baby, so much The Sentinel, so much Burnt Offerings share influence with this film. The setting is perfect for a haunted house whodunit, the farmhouse, the antique store. perfectly isolated. The fall canopy of foliage, the lakeside orange and browns work so damn well on the viewer, man. I was just transported through time to Connecticut to follow Jessica into the lake. This film got under my skin. This film, throw in that like synthesizer with the breakneck pace, like that crazy, it was so good for 1971. Now, granted, I'm a huge fan of old films, especially haunted house, kind of like these creepy. This is exactly my favorite kind of movie right here. PG helps for me. I think that when you have to use your mind and you have to let a movie kind of take over, right? Like you just get a little hit of that movie and just got to get inside its brain, inside its bones, and let it just wiggle around inside you. That's what this film does so well, man. This movie is so good. There was something so creepy to me about drowning. It's a universal fear. It almost always feels so traumatic when somebody drowns. It bears this unmeasurable weight, right? And anyone that survives, anyone that's ever been inside that lake, always feels like there's something buried. There's a universal fear buried down at the bottom of the lake. And that just gets under my skin, man. And I just think that it's so appealing. I think that it's done so well, and it freaks me out, man. And I got to be honest, I think this was a first time watch for me. I thought that maybe this was children. This reminded me of another film, and I had never seen it before. I'd never seen it. I put it on last Sunday when I got this order in from Vinegar Syndrome, and it won the day. It just completely took over, dude. I had the best time. I mean, I really like it going out of like best out of 10 stars, but a lot of people go out of 5. This is a 4-star film, 4 out of 5 film all day. This is classic horror. Just exactly what I wanted, man. A soul at the bottom of the lake. Are you kidding me, dude? This film is so supernatural. Now, I could have done without some of the ending, okay? Because there's a lot of weird clues. There's a lot of things that happen in this film. There's not a lot of gore. There's not a lot of special effects. I could have had this thing not be supernatural, and I would have thought that it was amazing. I didn't need all that. As you start to watch this film and kind of like reflect on what happened, you put the pieces together, you do see that they're kind of leading you down these breadcrumbs, this little goat trail into actually what happened in this film. And I loved it, man. There's these clues, right? You've got the whip that they're driving, right? They're driving a hearse that says love on it. Okay, they get out of the back of the hearse. The townspeople are all weird. They're all holding their neck. They got bandages on, right? They're in the graveyard. They're making sketches. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Okay, I'm a big fan of that. The musical instrument, like she's carrying her cello and it's in like a coffin. It's weird. There's this mental, kind of like this beautiful pleading for her to just like succumb to the darkness. There's this ethereal glow, this whimsy magical to this thing. I love this film. I loved this film. I feel like the house plays a piece, and I think that lakeside retreat plays such a look at this still, dude. Look at that. So good, man. And the chick that plays Emily, I mean, dude, she crushes. Like, it's when she finds that photo up in the attic, man, I was like, oh, this is going to be a movie. There's some weird stuff that happens, okay? I'm not in love with the way that it kind of like tried to patch everything together. But I think as a whole, this film fucking rocks, man. So let's talk about this release from Vinegar Syndrome. What do you get? You get the little side loader, okay? Here's the cover. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Okay, and now there was a Blu-ray from Imprint, and I think Scream Factory had one as well. You pull it out, and it's got this beautiful embossed slipcase. Okay, a film by John D. Hancock, who almost went on to do Jaws 2, but left. Okay, kind of a fun fact. Then you open this up here, and you got the Vinegar Syndrome 4K. You got 2 discs. I believe it's got reversible cover art, which has got, you know, the image from the Scream Factory release, which I actually think that the pinks really, really pop. But this is a damn cool image. This is very 1971. How awesome is that? With the skeleton hands, like almost like Psycho meets The Haunting, dude. Absolutely incredible film, dude. I loved it. I'm not getting paid anything to say that. I'd never seen it before. There's tons of special features. I didn't get to all of them. There's a whole disc of special features because it's Vinegar Syndrome. So you know that the transfer was almost a 10. I'm going to say that the color, it's a little bit muted. You know, you have to go into kind of a movie mode, maybe even a natural setting to kind of bump up those colors, that contrast a little bit. 9 out of 10 on the transfer. It looked so good. I mean, I don't know what it looked like in 1971, but this looks like a you know, a late 2000s film. It looked so good. The audio is only mono. Not the end of the world, right? If you've got a really nice sound system, you still get damn good audio with mono. Who's this for? Fans of classic haunted house films, man. Burn Offerings, The Changeling, right? Rosemary's Baby, like I said. Any of those spooky haunted house films that are like just classic 80s, like late 70s, you know, even House of the Devil a little bit. This has got so much paranoia, so much witchiness to it, man. I loved it so much. I love you guys. I hope you take care of yourselves. This is a big week. We got the Jaws retrospective on Thursday night, right here, 7:30. After hours video, Tales from the Shelf, my buddy Fernie from Check Out This Flick. That's going down. That's going to be a couple of hours of all of the Jaws sequels, and you know I'm a fan of all of the sequels. Can't wait to see you guys again. Oh, and if you haven't before, do me a favor. Did you get to the end of this video? My rambling out here in the heat? Like, comment, let me know, have you seen this film? And then if you're not already, man, subscribe. You know what we do here? We dig up the crypt, man. We try to find things that not everybody's talking about. Let's Scare Jessica to Death, you know, did not win the little poll. That was actually From Beyond. Of course it was From Beyond, but From Beyond deserves so much more of my time and effort than just to come on here sweating and talk about a great release. From Beyond needs like two days of editing and cool creature effects and stills and like crazy things that I got to do behind the scenes. I didn't have time for that. This is what you should be watching. I love you very much. Cheers.